Hello everyone and welcome to another Make It Monday. I'm Sarah with Beyond Fabric, and if you've stumbled across our YouTube channel, welcome. We try to do free demos every other Monday to help encourage and get everyone sewing. Today is going to be a super easy one. We are going to make an easy cocoon cardigan that you could throw on over any outfit, and there's no pattern, which is even better. So let's get started. We are going to be using a sweater knit today. This is our sweater knit. This is a yard of sweater knit fabric. And we're, again, not using a pattern, so this is just going to be cut to dimensions. So we want to start with a piece that is 50 wide by our yard long. Now, this can be made for any size, so if you want to make it for little kids, you're going to adjust your measurements. So this right here, your 50 wide, is going to be where it's going to be hitting on your shoulder or on your arms. And for the 36 will be how long it's going to fall. So if you're doing a little kid, you obviously aren't going to make it this wide and this tall. You're going to make it a little bit narrower and shorter. So we today, though, are going to make just the one size for adults. So take your sweater knit, and we're going to fold it selvage to selvage. Maybe. And then we're going to fold it down. So we're going to have two folds. And the reason why is because we want to be able to put it on our cutting mat so we can use our rotary cutter. So this will probably be your longest step, smoothing it out. If you don't have a yard of sweater knit and you want to test it out on something else, again, it's just going to be a little bit shorter. You can use anything flowy, so knits work really well, chiffons work really well. We also did one out of lace for a special occasion outfit. That was super cute. Okay. So now I'm going to use my grid and get my folds all lined up so that we end up with a squared rectangle. Smooth it out. And those of y'all that are not as picky as I am have probably already sat down with your cup of coffee and waiting on me to cut. All right, so again, this part right here is going to be our width, and we're going with 50 since we have it on a fold. You mathematicians out there, what are we cutting at? It's 25. I was testing you. I'm going to cheat and use this. All right, so 25. All right. And then let's see what we have over here. We're going to be doing 18, which falls right here. I'm just going to use this because this one's longer. Oh, perfect. So 18 and 18 again gives me a length of 36. And look how pretty. Okay, so now that we have our rectangle, you have two choices right here. You can proceed with the demo and make your cardigan and put it on in about 10 minutes, or you can sit and hem all the way around this, which you don't have to do because it is a knit, it's not going to fray. But if you would like to, you could do a crocheted hem around it. You can do a little just hand stitch. Again, you can see it's just going to roll. It's going to roll to the right side, so you can wash it, do whatever, and it's just going to keep rolling and look nice and pretty. And how many times do we buy something in the store where the edges are not even finished? A lot here lately, it seems. So you can just move on. All right, so here's our width. There's our height. Now we are going to fold it height down, right sides together. I know this one's a little tricky to tell, but the right side's a little darker. All right, so we have folded it down. And we are going to take and pin our edge. I forgot to grab pins. See, I don't pin. I forgot to grab them. Okay. So 10 inches up from the raw edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, on this measurement right here, this is where your arm is going to go. If you want a bigger armhole, don't go up 10 inches. Go maybe like 8, 5. Does not really matter. The bigger this spot is right here is where your armhole is going to be. We're going up 10 inches. Okay, so I just have pins, so this is where I'm stopping at, starting and stopping. Let's do that with the other side. We like demos where you don't actually have to have a pattern. Quick and easy. Again, this could be for any sort of fabric that doesn't fray. If you do a chiffon, then you will have to hem all the way around it, but there's stretch laces, stretch meshes, double brush knits. If you do go with like a knit that has a pattern on the one side, the inside you will see, so you kind of want them to look, both sides look nice, and you'll see in a minute when we put it on why. All right, so again, start and stop, 10 inches up, and go to your machine. Okay, so we are back and we are going to sew our, basically armhole is what we're sewing. So we're just going to do a zigzag stitch. This is our start point. Now, have you ever sewn a knit and cursed because your machine sucked up your fabric underneath? It happens quite a bit because we are using a lighter weight fabric. So what I like to do is hold my thread behind just to start, give it a little gentle nudge. Don't pull, you're going to break your needle and then you're going to curse again. So we don't want to do that. We're also using a ballpoint needle instead of just a regular sharp needle. The reason why the ballpoint is going to basically push the fibers aside to pierce the fabric. Just like with t-shirt fabric, you don't want to use a sharp, you want a ballpoint jersey needle. So we have hold of our thread and we're going to start with a zigzag. And so just a gentle pull so that the machine does not suck up your fabric. We're keeping the edges lined up and just sewing along. Keeping just a little bit of tension. I'm not pulling. And we're going to do this all the way up to where our other straight pin is. And don't sew over your straight pin. Back stitch. And we have a sewn stitch for our armhole. And we're going to go to the other side. Again, we're starting at the edge. Make sure we have a little bit of a tail. And back stitched. Sure your edges are lined up. Again, we have the fabric right side together because this is going to be inside on our arms. All the way up to the other pin. your pin and back stitch. Okay, now that we have sewn, we're going to trim threads. And are you ready to see what you've made? Okay, so we're going to turn it right side out. Your arms go in here. You adjust your hair. And my sweater's getting stuck on my sweater, but there we go. And now we have, make sure I'm even, a cocoon sweater. Just kidding. Now we have a cocoon sweater. So the back, the front. So again, if you want it to go longer, then you would just need more yardage. If you want it to be shorter, then instead of cutting 36, you would cut more like 27 to 25 to 27 long. There you are. Have fun! And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can always hit the notification and you'll get notified every time we put a new video up. Again, it's Beyond Fabric, beyondfabricinc.com, and we'll see you the next Monday. Thank you.